Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Tonight I've got 2 subscriber Dogman encounters to share with you, and let me tell you something. They are quite terrifying. Before we get into those encounters, a couple links I'd like to share as well. As you know, I'm commercial free, so I rely on my Patreon, PayPal, and merch links to keep this channel growing and going. Also, I have a second channel which is for creepypasta, fan fiction, and scary voice acting. If that's anything that you're into, give that channel a listen. You might just enjoy some of those stories. And with that, guys, let's get on with these 2 subscriber Dogman encounters. Shall we? Our first encounter comes to us from a subscriber from Wisconsin. Jeff, how's it going? Here's my Dogman encounter for you. The year was 1991. I was fresh out of the military after coming home from Iraq. I was in central Wisconsin dating a girl who would later become my ex-wife. We were at a bar with a bunch of friends and decided to step out for a bit. We drove her car out into the woods and parked for a little make-out session. All of a sudden, this thing jumped on the car and started to attack. First onto the back, then quickly up to the top, then back to the side. I couldn't see too well because the windows were all fogged up, but I could hear claws against the metal and snarling. Then I could make out this huge, hairy beast. My girlfriend flew lightning fast from the back seat to the driver's seat and took off. I kept asking, "What was that? What the hell was that?" And she just kept saying, I don't know. Here's the thing. I knew that it then was, and still do know, it was a Dogman. I also got the sense that she knew as well. She just didn't want to say it. Jeff, thanks for sharing my story, and everyone, these things are real and they are out there. Our second Dogman encounter comes to us from a subscriber in upstate New York, August 2018. Jeff, the encounter I'm going to tell you happened this August in upstate New York, roughly 25 miles south of Albany, New York. We went primitive camping in a New York State forest 5 miles from our house. Everything was good until about midnight, and then we started hearing the typical screams and yells, sounding like a few miles away from the spot we were already at. Somewhere in a 3,500-acre parcel of land. We decided sleeping in our Jeep instead of the tent, and around 3 in the morning we decided to go down some motorized vehicle trails, which in itself are very rugged and very, very secluded. Eventually, we get to a sort of an intersection with a fork, and I decide to shut the Jeep, as stupid as it sounds. I got out to smoke a cigarette. I did, however, have a powerful spotlight, so anytime I heard noises, I'd light up the area. After about 20 minutes of sitting there and listening for anything, now mind you, there's no way a person, car, lights, or anyone in general would have known we were going to stop at some random spot in the trail to hide in advance and prank us. Anyway, out of nowhere, all of a sudden, something big with a deeper octave than I could make yelled, screamed, almost howled at the end of the 5-8 second noise this thing just made. Scared me half to death, where I could only think to start the Jeep, obviously, and hit on the horn several times while I got the hell out of there. Don't know why or what, but I'm certain it wasn't a coyote, an owl, or a bobcat. This was deeper octaves than a 6-foot man could make, and yell was very deep, and it turned into a lighter scream sound at the end. This is my story, and it's true 100%. I used to think it would be cool to see a Bigfoot or a Dogman, but now I don't know. I also don't go off-roading at night anymore. Jeff, thanks for sharing my story. Wow, I love subscriber stories. You know, earlier today I did the Upstate Dogman Encounter Part 2 that happened in my vicinity. Well, the second story also is roughly 40 miles from me, so pretty much in my vicinity. I don't know what's going on, but these things seem to be migrating north, or maybe they've always been here, and with all the housing developments getting put up, we're just starting to see them more and hear them. Anyway, these are 2 subscribers who left these stories in the comments. Now, if you have a Dogman encounter or any cryptid encounter and you'd like to share it with me, my email address is in the description, and I would love to narrate it. So feel free to send it and give me permission to narrate it. And with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed these stories and have a great night. I'll see you guys soon.